In the year 1903, a new company was born. It was called the Ford Motor Company. And within just 10 years of its creation, this company would become one of the most valuable companies in the entire world. See, for the longest time, cars were considered luxury items, something only the richest people could afford. But everything changed when Henry Ford's company began mass-producing the first ever affordable car. What's crazy is that his first model cost less than $250 in today's money. So you can imagine how shocked everyone was when they saw this amazing new invention for the first time. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's look at what happened in 1903 and why it was so special. Welcome to our channel, the place where future billionaires are made. Number 1903, Ford Motor Company is incorporated. On June 16, 1903, Henry Ford and several investors officially founded the Ford Motor Company in Detroit. The company's early success can be attributed to three key factors. Firstly, there was Henry Ford himself. He was an experienced engineer and businessman who had already established a successful company called Ford Motor Company. Secondly, the company had access to significant capital from various investors, including $5 million from John Dodge, who was also an important part of the early automotive industry. Lastly, the company enjoyed protection from the powerful Ford family. When Ford was just getting started with his quadricycle experiments, he faced ridicule and even sabotage from other inventors and businessmen. However, by 1903, he had gained enough recognition and support to establish his own company, which gave him the resources and freedom to pursue his goals without interference. In fact, Ford's father was so proud of his son's accomplishments that he provided Ford with a loan of $100,000, which was a significant amount of money at the time. This loan allowed Ford to continue experimenting and developing his quadricycle, and eventually led to the creation of the first quadricycle. After incorporation, the Ford Motor Company got down to work. They produced their first vehicle, the Model A, which sold for $850 in 1904. This may seem like a lot of money, but remember that the average salary at the time was around $22 per week. So it was quite a significant investment for someone buying their first car. Despite the high price tag, the Model A was in high demand, as people were eager to get their hands on the latest invention. The car featured a two-cylinder engine and a top speed of 20 miles per hour. Although it didn't come with an electric starter and required customers to crank it to start, it was still a major hit. By the end of 1904, the company had sold over 1,700 Model A cars and earned a profit of $180,000. Not bad for a startup company. Number 2. Introducing the Ford quadricycle. One of the main reasons for the success of the Ford Motor Company was the introduction of the Ford quadricycle, which would later be named the Model T. The Model T was revolutionary for several reasons. Firstly, it was much cheaper than any other car on the market. The price tag of just $260 in 1908, it was affordable for the average American. Secondly, the Model T was incredibly durable and reliable, which made it appealing to customers who wanted a car that could withstand the test of time. Finally, the Model T was available in a variety of colors, including red, blue, green, and gray, which allowed customers to personalize their vehicles and make them their own. The Ford Model T quickly became a popular choice among car buyers and helped the Ford Motor Company become one of the most successful automakers in America. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. The Model T was involved in several high-profile accidents which raised concerns about the safety of the newfangled contraptions. For example, in 1908, a Model T crashed into a tree, killing 2 people. Although investigations revealed that the accident was caused by driver error rather than mechanical failure, public perception of the Model T took a hit nonetheless. Ford responded by improving the car's safety features, such as adding a stronger frame and more durable wheels. He also implemented stricter quality control measures to ensure that each Model T was roadworthy before it was sold. These efforts paid off as the Model T went on to become one of the best-selling cars of all time with over 16 million units sold. 3. Mass production. One of the biggest game changers for the Ford Motor Company was the implementation of mass production techniques. Before Ford's innovations, the manufacturing of automobiles was a slow and expensive process. It took up to 12 hours to assemble a single car, and skilled workers were required to carry out the intricate tasks. This resulted in a limited supply of cars and high prices. However, Ford revolutionized the industry by introducing the moving assembly line. This innovation allowed workers to stay in one place while the parts moved past them, making the assembly process faster and more efficient. Furthermore, Ford's use of interchangeable parts meant that if any part of the car broke, it could be easily replaced with a new one. This not only simplified the manufacturing process, but also made repairs more convenient for customers. By implementing these new methods, Ford was able to produce a car in just over 2 hours and at a fraction of the cost. This breakthrough allowed the Ford Motor Company to sell cars at a much lower price point, making them accessible to the average consumer. In fact, in 1924, the Model T cost just $260, which was equivalent to 2 weeks' worth of the average worker's wages. This affordability, combined with the durability and reliability of the Model T, made it a huge hit among car buyers. By 1927, Ford had sold over 10 million Model Ts and had become the largest automaker in the world. Number 4. Competitors emerge. As the Ford Motor Company gained popularity, it attracted the attention of several competitors who wanted to capitalize on the success of the automobile industry. One of the first and most significant competitors was General Motors, which was founded by William C. Durant in 1908. Durant was a successful businessman who had previously founded General Electric and was looking for a new venture. He saw the potential of the automobile industry and invested heavily in several car companies, eventually merging them to form General Motors. GM quickly became a major player in the market, offering a wider range of cars at different price points to appeal to a broader customer base. For example, GM's Chevrolet brand offered more affordable cars, while its Cadillac brand catered to the luxury market. Another competitor that emerged was Chrysler, which was founded by Walter Chrysler in 1925. Chrysler was a former engineer, an executive at GM who recognized the need for a more affordable car. He joined forces with several investors and founded the Chrysler Corporation, which initially produced cars under the Chrysler and DeSoto brands. Chrysler's focus on affordability and quality soon made it a popular choice among car buyers and helped the company become one of the leading automakers in the United States. These new competitors challenged Ford to constantly innovate and improve his cars to stay ahead of the curve. While Ford did face stiff competition in the years that followed, his legacy as a pioneer of the automobile industry remained intact. 5. Legacy. When Henry Ford passed away in 1947, he left behind a legacy that extended far beyond the automobile industry. His contributions to science, technology, and business have inspired generations of innovators and entrepreneurs. Ford's commitment to innovation and efficiency led to the development of new technologies that revolutionized the way we manufacture products. His introduction of the assembly line and mass production techniques not only changed the way cars were built, but also paved the way for the mass production of other goods, such as appliances and consumer electronics. Furthermore, Ford's focus on sustainability and environmental responsibility was ahead of its time. He recognized the importance of reducing waste and conserving resources and implemented measures to minimize the environmental impact of his manufacturing processes. This commitment to sustainability has inspired many businesses to adopt eco-friendly practices and reduce their carbon footprint. In conclusion, 1903 was a pivotal year in the history of the automobile industry. The founding of the Ford Motor Company marked a significant milestone on the timeline of technological advancements that have shaped our world. From the introduction of the Model T to the implementation of mass production techniques, Ford's innovations changed the way we manufacture products and travel. Moreover, the emergence of competitors such as General Motors and Chrysler spurred Ford to continuously improve and stay ahead of the curve. Ford's legacy extends far beyond the automobile industry. Having inspired generations of innovators and entrepreneurs with his commitment to innovation, efficiency, and sustainability, his contributions to science, technology, and business have left an indelible mark on our world. And his pioneering efforts will continue to be celebrated for years to come. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on all our latest content.